Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I'm going to start with the usual introduction. I'm going to give it a few seconds for people to jump in. Are you coming in? Tell me where you're from, and are you having a good day over there? How's the weather over there? Are you having a good week so far? Um, and then, as usual, as I say, so while we wait, I want to talk about something real quick. Let's talk about how a lot of people are using AI wrong. I'm not trying to tell you you're doing wrong, but what I am saying is that if you put in a prompt and you didn't get the type of result that you wanted, and you don't know how to get the result that you want, so you could try again and maybe land on accident, or you try again and not get the result. Well, just know that there's a way you can get the result, and if you know how to get the result, that's a more correct way for you to be using AI. At least for that prompt or whatever thing you were trying to figure out. Right? There's a better way to do it. Right now, let's say, for example, they're typing in basic prompts and getting basic answers and then saying AI doesn't work, um, or saying AI doesn't work for them. That's like buying a gym membership and only using the parking lot, not knowing you could go inside the gym and get actual results, right? What I do and what I teach at Promptify is prompt engineering. That sounds complicated, but it's literally, literally just means knowing how to talk to AI so it gives you something you can actually use. Today, I'm going to show you a certain topic, and by the end of this, you'll be able to do this yourself in about 5 minutes, or however long it takes you to think up the prompt and literally type it in. And everything I show you is inside Promptify. The link is in my bio. And all right, let's get right into it. I need to just get to where the outline is. Excuse me for what I'm gonna speak about today. Oh, good way. All right, how I use AI to save time every day. I started using AI like a second brain. Oh, excuse me, that's the wrong outline. Excuse me on that. So one thing I do, if you find me on TikTok and Instagram as well, this is gonna be on YouTube, but I do an alternate version across both, or something that's similar type of topic. So I need to go to the one for today. That was for TikTok and Instagram. The last one I did. So the one for YouTube that I'm going to do is the real reason most AI side hustles fail. That's what I'm going to actually talk about. Sometimes I alternate them. Um, Most AI side hustles fail for one simple reason: people confuse learning with earning. However you want to explain it, but and I'll get into this obviously, but just to say real quick, you can learn how to do something, but you would quote unquote have to go through the process of applying what you learn to earn from it, right? Um, and the application process can be way different than the work. It can be a lot more than what someone might think the words was when they were even learning maybe exactly how to do the earning part, right? You probably have to learn how to do something, and then you have to learn how to use that thing that you did to earn. But actually implementing it can be different, and there's more than that. So let's talk about that. So here's the thing: people spend weeks learning prompts, tools, and tricks, but never build something anyone wants, and that's a trap. Now, it's very, very good to have the information for any type of reason, but just understand there's a monetization side, as I kept explaining. Uh, so AI is not the business. AI is a speed boost. So like for example, examples in videos I've posted so far, the speed boost could be there's people who show up and have the mental standing and education to provide a product or service to a business, and you knowing how to prompt AI can cause you to have that same level of value, or if not higher, for when it comes to providing a product or service to a business via just knowing how to prompt with AI. But instead of you having to spend all these years learning the stuff that these experts learn, you can learn how to prompt and get the same type of result with AI. So that's a speed boost within itself. It also could take them multiple hours to do something that takes you a few minutes. So that's another speed boost, right? So AI can make things faster, obviously. If you want to make money with AI, you need three things: a problem people already have, a simple offer, and a way to get attention. For example, instead of saying I use AI, help people, instead of saying I, I use AI, instead of saying I use AI, say I help people save time writing content, or I help small businesses respond faster, or I help job seekers write better resumes. Right? So you're kind of explaining something that you offer and how you use that to help people who might be in that market or niche who would need something like that, right? Uh, that's a business. The tool changes all the time, but the problem stays the same, right? Um, if you keep chasing tools, you stay broke. Not really, but if you look on ways to implement those to the point of monetizing them by offering a service via using them, you won't stay broke, obviously. If you focus on solving problems faster, you actually get paid. So yeah, if you figure out what target or demographic is in need of this tool and how can I market it to them. Maybe you create a social media page, maybe you run ads. I don't know what I've spoken about this in some of the prior videos, but not to segue too much, but basically you need to figure out how to get eyes on the fact that you can offer somebody this service and then they show up and ask for it, maybe because you've grown a social media page or you ran ads and you had some type of call to action and you have all these posts that have built up a lot of traffic over time. It takes time to build a page, obviously, or you made the page viral. Then you also offer this or that. And there's a bunch of eyeballs. And then you can offer this thing. It's really just how to prompt AI so AI can give back a specific thing that they need and then they pay you big money for that. They're paying you big money for knowing how to prompt, really, more than anything. But you have to get them to actually show up and see you and be aware of you and decide that they want to click the buy button or whatever, right? Or opt in, say they want to learn more, or however you would do it. So that's the kind of system I'm building inside Promptify. It's free to join, and the link is in the bio. So please do check that out. And I hope this video helped you, and have a great day.